Let's take a look at this graph behind me here. We're going to be focusing on the black line. This is the total number of deaths from drug overdoses. You can see at 2023, that's where the peak was, at 7,000 deaths that year. If you look at the blue line, that's the number of deaths caused by opioids, one of the leading contributors. In 2024, that number had sharply dropped around 4,500. And we took a stop down to Schenectady to see how the drug problem there has improved. The regional food bank is known for moving tens of millions of pounds of food throughout the capital region. And now they have even more places to put it all. They have a new refrigeration system that makes it so that this food can stay cooler and fresher for longer periods of time. This loss will significantly impact our ability to feed the 350,000 people we serve each month. That's less food being distributed to the rest of upstate New York. Places here like Royal Pantry in Amsterdam. Everett Flint makes the drive all the way up to Latham once a week to get food from the regional food bank. 52 animals. That's how many the animal shelter of Schoharie Valley rescued from a nearby home in Cobleskill. Many of those animals aren't normally taken in here. The Fausto family came out to check their mailbox like any other day on January 17th. But to their surprise, there was a message inside. Hateful at that, with no return address. And this was not the only one.
News 10 ABC's Anthony Krolikowski is there getting ready to dance. No dancing yet, right, Anthony?
That's right, John. We still have about an hour till that dance is going to begin, all through tomorrow, that is. But in the meantime, we got two students here, Addison and Colin, who are going to tell us all about getting ready. Real quick, favorite dance move?
Favorite dance move? Maybe the gritty? The gritty?
Do it for us real quick. There we go. Perfect.
The little gritty? Yeah, I don't know. That might be my favorite dance. I don't know, yeah.
Well, at 6 o'clock, we're going to see the gritty and a few more of those coming up here. For now, live in South Glens Falls, Anthony Krolikowski, News 10, ABC. The Saratoga Police Department again stressing that immigration is not a priority in their department. They do not want that to be a concern for anyone who needs their help, whether they are residents or visitors. The Public Safety Commissioner tells me it's been several weeks since the last time ICE was in Saratoga Springs. Reporting in studio, Anthony Krolikowski, News 10 ABC.
So you have to be really careful pulling out of the hospital.
Joseph Yackel lives just off State Route 7, which he walks and drives on almost every day. On those days, he's reminded of A.J. Smullen, who lost his life crossing the road last year. A sign was put up to remember him and remind drivers to slow down. Just a week earlier, another person was hit and killed at the same spot. Yackel says the problem is easy to figure out.
Where we're walking right now, you need to go about 3 to 4/10 of a mile up this way to hit a crosswalk and a traffic light, and about 1.2 miles in the other direction.
That's one of the reasons he started a petition, asking Governor Hochul to fast-track the traffic study being done by the Department of Transportation.
About the only thing that we really have here, as you said, is a crosswalk that's going perpendicular or paralleling the side roads, but there is nothing to get onto the other side.
We used a speed gun at the memorial sign to see how fast drivers were going. In just a few minutes, speeds averaged between 40 and 50 miles per hour. The speed limit is 40.
There's no reason for any vehicles to stop for them or slow down, which is why we really need a traffic light and a crosswalk here at Vroman Ave.
Yackel also took my photographer and I for a drive. He explained that traffic lights would help the around 26,000 drivers that use Route 7 every day, according to state data from 2019.
As you look down Route 7 this way, you can see there's a rise. You can't see what's coming over the hill at you.
The area has been the Niskayuna Police Department's focus for 2 years now. We even saw a patrol car in the middle of a center island.
To coordinate more enforcement and engagement across the whole of Route 7 to specifically target speeding and aggressive driving.
To find Joe Yackel's petition, you can head over to our website, news10.com. Reporting along Route 7, Anthony Krolikowski, News 10 ABC. Frustrating is how the Gucciardo Real Estate Group describes New York's housing market. The days of a 3% interest rate are replaced by 6.5 to 7%. But Anthony Gucciardo says pricey homes already on the market are still getting picked up, and quick.
The house behind me here, that's $899,000 in Niskayuna. This house in Boston or Westchester would be 1.5 or 1.6 million. So we're still very affordable, and that's what's driving the market.
Affordable is different for everyone. Building in the area, though, that's less expensive compared to buying this home. But what are you getting?
As much as the builders would like to build affordable housing in the capital region, you really can't build anything less than $600,000, and that's a pretty basic house.
Beyond out-of-state markets, the cost of materials is also driving prices for new homes. Down in Columbia County, Rapp Construction continues building luxury homes, anywhere from $1.5 to $5.5 million.
Year over year, we'll typically see an increase of somewhere in the 8 to 12% range. That never really goes away, and it's all just reflective of the cost of labor and the cost of the materials to put the goods together.
So, if you were to build a new home in the capital region, around $500,000 to $600,000 for just the basics, Gucciardo says a family should be bringing in $200,000 a year. According to the Department of Justice, the median family income for two people in New York is $89,000.
If you factor in the equity you have in the current home that you own and you have $150,000 or $200,000 in equity, which many people in the capital region do, then I think you could bump up your purchase price to $650,000 to $700,000.
Reporting in the capital region, Anthony Krolikowski, News 10 ABC.
Welcome back. We now turn to breaking news as federal investigators wrapped up their press conference on Saturday's plane crash in Columbia County. Our Anthony Krolikowski was there and has the latest on the situation. Good evening, Anthony.
Good evening, Vanessa. Like you said, we have just learned this brand new information about this crash in Copake that happened on Saturday. Now, here are some of my notes. There were 6 people on board. All were removed from the scene. No one was hospitalized at the time, but the NTSB cannot confirm if these people have passed or not. The Westchester County Airport is where they deported from, and they crashed 10 miles from Columbia County Airport. Family members told the NTSB that they were coming in for a holiday. Now, the pilot reported a missed approach, and as he was being vectored, as they called it, radar found a low altitude alert. They tried to contact him, and they could not get through. There was no response and no distress call. Now, the pilot crashed this plane in a flat agricultural field in Copake. The airplane itself is embedded into the terrain. Family members, as I said, told the NTSB that they were flying in for a holiday celebration. That Mitsubishi plane, the NTSB described it as very nice. It has a little bit of a longer range and top speeds it can fly at. The identity of anybody on board was not shared yet, but the pilot, we were told, he did get his first license at a young age and had been flying for a few years, a number of years, that is exactly. The NTSB wants anybody with any information or video of this plane to email them. That email is witness@ntsb.gov. They say from the last seconds of the video they got, that's how they found out how the plane crashed. Now stay with us, as later tonight we will have more information that came out from this press release. But for now, reporting live from Albany, Anthony Krolikowski, News 10 ABC. A gaming celebration returns to Albany for its second year. One Upstate brings together developers from across the capital region to showcase their latest games, many not even released. Take a look.
We have all different types of levels here, from hobbyists to students to professional developers, and we're all coming to the Albany Capital Center to share these experiences and put forth what we've created.
One Upstate is more than just an excuse to play video games. Local developers put their best and latest work on display, ready to get feedback from eager players. For some, a game demo called the Songbird Guild was too fun to put down.
I've been having a problem with people staying too long when other people are trying to sort of get in. I think is probably the best feedback you can get out of anything.
Not all games made here in New York are considered AAA or played on big computers. Some of them are on these little devices like the Playdate.
It could just be a group of friends who got together, have an idea, put something together for fun, and then go, no, there's more to it. Let's pursue it.
In this year, One Upstate has more to show for than just pixels on a screen, balancing having fun and turning the hobby of gaming into a career.
So one of the things that we came up with was adding the board game playtesting, a financial workshop for small business owners. So we are expanding the programming that we have for year 2 and hope to keep that growth moving forward.
Reporting in Albany, Anthony Krolikowski, News 10 ABC.